There's a little bit of excitement in Antifa land over Todd Sampson, of all people. Todd has been interviewing a couple of Nazis, are well known Nazis, and that's they're going to make a little documentary about them and ex-Nazis, and that's not really going down very well with the Antifa guys. Tanuki was offered a chance to be part of the documentary, a forthcoming documentary, and he refused. I can see where the Antifa guys are coming from because any publicity is good publicity, as they say, and this is just giving them more. So they're just giving them a megaphone, and so I agree with that. But the problem is, who has the moral authority here? Who gets to decide who gets platformed and not? Um, they're all bad. Look at our elites, the oligarchs, the politicians. They're all very, very bad people. And you couldn't really say you can deplatform Morrison. He's a very insidious individual. Links to pedophiles. His church is founded by a serial pedophile. Brian Houston, Harry Houston. Oh, I can't remember their names. You can look that up. That's well known. And and there's a lot of pedophiles in Parliament, a lot of sex offenders, lots of rapists or alleged rapists in some cases. And that's just the beginning of it. All this slimy sort of corruption and underhanded things they're doing. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So I mean, they get platformed all the time because they are public figures. And I mean, Cottrell and Sewell, these guys, they're not really public figures. So there is an argument that if your platform is larger than theirs, and it is, you don't really boost them. And that's a fair point. But, this has been the whole modus operandi of Tanuki and the other Melbourne Antifa guys, Smith, and Antifa adjacent people like Cameron Wilson and a few others. That's sort of their whole modus operandi, doing stuff about Nazis, neo-Nazis, white nationalists, alt-right, Proud Boys, and all that sort of milieu. So that's their whole thing, and they get money. They do little videos and write little columns, and for major outlets sometimes. Wilson, I think, was got a gig in the Australian. I don't think he was writing about Nazis. Entertainment thing, I think. But this is their whole shtick, and they're making money out of it. Not a lot of money, but still, there's a point there that's their whole thing. They are giving Cottrell and Sewell and other people a larger audience, a slightly larger audience, very small, and mostly hostile to their views, but still, it's technically true. So there's no real authority there. There's no moral authority to claim this, that Todd Sampson and Rebecca Letourneau are doing the wrong thing. It's more complex than it looks on the first sight. Because the Antifa guys, like I said, have a good point about platforming things and giving them a megaphone, but that's their shtick too. So there's no basis to be sort of self-righteous about this. They are more critical, yes, but we don't know what Todd Sampson has to say. In his singing, he'll probably go a bit soft, but that's how they are. There's something wrong with the people sort of connected to the project. Anyone sort of even vaguely connected to that place is a bit wrong. But it's more complex, and I don't think they have the right to be as self-righteous as they have been.